So I wanted to share with you guys some of the most ridiculous comments that I've ever had on my videos. And there's a discussion that I started with a person that turns out to be a mixed African American and Indian, uh, from India, woman, young woman, who's apparently a Christian fundamentalist who, keeps telling me how much I'm going to hell, so she has, it's ridiculous because she keeps going on and on, like preaching about the Bible, and you know what I mean, like she's not actually talking anything about Jesus, nothing about compassion or love or anything, but it's all about you're gonna burn in hell and you're gonna do this and you're gonna, and I'm so shocked because it's a young person, and she keeps up, and so here's the latest comment, and this is on a video about because she has a lot of videos about the Obamas and how much she loves the Obamas, and I kept saying to her, we're both such fans of the Obamas. Could we at least start with the things that we have in common and build from there? But it's just not been possible to have any kind of dialogue with this person because she keeps giving messages like this. Pedophiles, pedophiles and zoophiles think they are normal too. Because I wrote her message saying that I'm black, I'm gay, and I'm normal, and I feel normal. And she keeps going on and on about how you're not normal, and she keeps telling me that I'm not normal. And I think it's important to look at this because, like I always say, like these kind of people breed, send their kids to school with yours. So whether or not you are as ignorant as such a person, your kid will probably come across someone this ignorant, and you, looking at this video, need to know. So she writes, "Now I am sorry that I was so nice to you before and even complimented your video against abortion." I have this video talking about abortion. She thinks that she complimented it, but she goes on about how, in another comment, and I wanted to give you the kind of string of comments that she's been giving me. Well, I'll just read it to you because it's ridiculous. She said, yeah, I kept calling her rude because I find her the way that she interacts is very rude. I can be very nasty and rude, but I haven't showed that side to you. I haven't been disrespectful, nor have I said any of the terrible things that people left. Da 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 da. I haven't judged you. She says she hasn't judged me, but she's told me I'm going to hell like 10 times. And then she has another video. Obviously, I'm not a minor since most minors see nothing wrong with skinny jeans and leggings on men. If you look, I asked her if she was a minor. If you took the time to read, all caps, my previous comments and watch the link which explains the history of men's apparel, you would know this. And I mean, it's just one of those things that sounds ridiculous because I live here in Europe and like every other man under the age of 40 is wearing skinny jeans. It's just the thing here. And so obviously not every other man in Europe is gay or even anything. And so she has all these things about how she likes real men and how real men are, and that real men don't wear skinny jeans. She likes real men to be in control. She didn't vote for Hillary Clinton because she thinks that men should be in control. I'm contributing to the deterioration of black community, and you are either staying ignorant on purpose or cluelessly giving into what they want. Who's they? Population control. Oh, okay. You seriously need help. And then she gives me some references about keep thinking that your condition is normal. Maybe one day you will find Jesus. Now, this is from a person that supposedly has found Jesus, right? And yet every comment is all this stuff about, you know, you're going to hell, gays and lesbians think they're normal, but they're not, and on and on and on. And she's really been bent up about this, you think you're normal, kind of business. And it's striking because, I mean, this person has so many pro-Obama um, videos on her channel, and she says that people keep thinking that she's a man. And the reality is, the Obamas are who they are because they're open-minded, because they're not that because they're everything that she's not. And that's the frightening part, is that she and I can both be great fans of Obama's. And when I say fan, I'm a fan. Like, I have videos talking about that. I love them. Not that I don't see, not that I'm not, critical about what's going on. I mean, I see the people that Obama sends to war. I see the hesitancy that he's demonstrated when it comes to, for example, gay rights. But I also have to recognize that I've gained more rights under Obama than only other 2 or 3 out of 44. I'll just put it that way, and you can count who those are: Abraham, Kennedy, um, Lyndon B. I was gonna say Lyman T. Johnson, Lyndon Johnson, and that kind of thing. Not to say that the others haven't done, but the fact is, as a society, he's changed the nature of our conversations. Whereas 10 years ago, the kind of hate that this woman is spewing would have been normal in classrooms. That you could, and like, well, I should say, would have been tolerated. And right now, it's clear that she's the freak. I mean, you actually have a woman who is sitting here telling people that she doesn't like women, that she doesn't respect women, and she thinks it's a compliment that people think that she's a man when she writes on YouTube. The comments that she writes, the very first comment that she wrote to me was on a video, on one of my videos about black gay Greeks. And she starts asking all these questions about sex. And I have this entire video about why are people like her so obsessed with gay sex, because they're more obsessed with gay sex than actual gay people. And then, she starts quoting all these ex-gay people, and they said that ex-gay therapy worked. And I kept saying, well, why don't you just ask an actual gay person? Because, for example, I mean, I don't want to pull the race card, but I did pull the race card because I think it's important that people understand that when we're talking about hate, hate operates in much the same way. And so while I don't want to say that black people and gay people and Jewish people and everybody has the same sorts of experiences and histories, clearly we do not. But what we do experience is what this feels like. That interaction with someone who just can't respect you, just can't see you as human, just can't interact with you as a real person. And that they're so convinced that their way of life is right. They're actually chauvinist. And so she's talking about compassion and love, and not just her. There's a lot of people like this out there. Compassion, love, you need Jesus. Well, I mean, I always think to myself, if you honestly thought that I needed Jesus, why would you bash me over the head with a Bible? I mean, like, if you needed Jesus, come to me and hold my hand. You know, speak to me like, be the essence of what Jesus taught. Not, I mean, if Jesus walked in here today, she'd crucify him too. Because, you look at some dude with long hair, well, he probably wearing skinny jeans today. And she probably called him all kind of names. That's how ridiculous it is. I'm not going to say this person's name because it's not about singling her out. It's not about getting people to put hateful stuff on her video. She doesn't even have videos of herself. She doesn't even have videos where she talks about any of her opinions. But then if you look at the comments that she leaves on all other people's videos, then it's like, I hate this, I hate that, you do this, you do that, it's so ridiculous. And it's just a classic YouTube hater. Somebody hiding out in some dungeon somewhere in literally in a living hell, and just unleashing on other people. And it is comical to me. It's comical. It's disturbing. And of course, I mean, I'm offended, but I'm not like, oh, like maybe I would be if I were a 15-year-old kid, or a young person just sort of coming to terms with himself. I probably would be very disturbed. But it's just comical. It's comical.